Welcome back to Moments of Love. Today's tale, R is for recovery. The accident happened on a Tuesday. It was one of those days that seemed ordinary until it wasn't. Claire had just picked up her 8-year-old son, Henry, from school. She remembered glancing in the rearview mirror, watching him hum along to the radio, his legs swinging rhythmically, too short to touch the floor. She remembered smiling. She didn't remember the truck that ran the red light. The next thing Claire knew, she was waking up in a hospital bed, her vision blurry, her mouth dry. Machines beeped. A nurse leaned over her with that practiced calm. And when Claire asked about Henry, the nurse hesitated. That pause was louder than the impact. Henry had survived, but barely. A traumatic brain injury, broken ribs, a fractured leg. He was in a coma, just 2 floors below her. Claire insisted they move her bed next to his. She didn't care about her own injuries. Fractured collarbone, internal bruising, a concussion. Her healing could wait. Her recovery could wait. For weeks, she sat beside Henry's bed, reading aloud, holding his hand, talking to him about everything and nothing, telling him about the birds outside the window, about his friends who missed him, about how the dog had started sleeping in his bed, waiting for him to come home. Doctors said it was unlikely he would wake up soon. They called it a slow process, if it happened at all. But Claire believed in recovery, not the medical kind, not the kind you find in a chart or test result. She believed in the kind that grew out of love, quiet, patient, relentless love. One morning, after 37 days of waiting, she felt it. A small squeeze. His hand. The nurses confirmed it. Reflex or not, it meant something was shifting. And then came a blink. Then a flutter of the eyelids. And finally, one word, hoarse and dry, but unmistakable. Mom? Claire wept. The journey that followed wasn't easy. There were months of therapy. Henry had to relearn how to walk, how to write, how to laugh without wincing from the pain in his ribs. Claire was there through it all. Every small victory, lifting a spoon, standing unassisted, drawing a crooked star, became a celebration. But this story isn't just about a boy waking up. It's about a mother, too. Because during those long nights at her son's bedside, Claire began to confront the truth she'd ignored for years. Her life before the accident hadn't been whole either. She'd spent years pushing through grief over her husband's death, pretending she was fine for Henry's sake, smiling on the outside, shattered underneath. The accident broke her body, but it forced her to heal her heart. Claire started therapy. She joined a support group. She began painting again, something she hadn't done since college. She laughed more, cried more, and, for the first time in years, she allowed herself to feel everything. Mother and son learned how to recover together. And slowly, the home they returned to was not the same one they left. It was warmer, brighter, more honest. Henry still bears the scar on his temple. Claire still bears the one on her shoulder. But both wear their healing with quiet pride. Because recovery is not about erasing what's broken. It's about choosing to live fully because of it. Thanks for joining me for this moment of love. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another Love and Tale. I'm KG Heartstopper. Always remember that you matter. You mean something. Go be kind.